Now we've pulled over our back. This is with the feeder and the nesting boxes. You'll remember in that first component, we had this extra little piece. And I said, we're gonna set it aside and we'll show you where it goes here in a little bit. Well, here's where we're gonna use it. We're gonna tilt this back. You'll notice that I've got the flange pointing away from me. You'll see these holes lined up right here. There's more holes on this side, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take some nuts, put this on the outside. What I'll do is I'll put a bolt and a nut in each one of those holes and tighten them down. Okay, you'll notice that I brought the back part of the chicken coop into frame here. I'm trying to line it up with the sides, your two sides. What we're gonna do here is, you notice that we did put on the corner bracket. Remember, we put it on with the handles. That will slide to the outside, okay? And then when you slide it in, put this piece that we just finished on top of that, and you've got 3 holes that line up perfectly. So you'll put your nuts in there, or your bolts, sorry, and then you'll put the nuts on the underneath side, okay? Then we'll put the bolts and nuts on the back side, and you're gonna have your finished box. For our chicken coop, we have one last component. It'll be the lid. That's gonna keep the chickens in and the predators out. So what we're gonna do here is I'm going to split the lid up into 2 parts for you. That will make it a whole lot simpler to explain. Now you'll notice, we're gonna do the frame first. We've got a back, we've got a front, and we have 2 sides. Okay, so now all we have to do is lay this out, and the corners to the back and the front go to the outside, and we'll screw this all together, and then we'll be ready to put the top on. Now we've got our sides all properly put together. We've got our handle on. This is a little large, but what I'm going to do so I can stabilize it and put the hinges on, I'm going to transfer it over to the chicken coop now at this point. So we just line everything up, and those holes that are on the bottom side set right over the bolts that I told you about, and we'll square this up and we'll get our hinges on. And you will notice that when you set the hinges up, you'll want the little tabs to the top, okay? So you put it on, put your bolts in, and finger tight the nuts, and then I'm going to show you how to do the top. Okay, everybody, we're on our home stretch here. We've got our latches on, and here I want to show you, this is the top to the coop lid. Looks like they're all just alike, but they're not. So you'll want to pay close attention because you can put this together wrong. Okay, the 2 sides will have a flange on one side and straight edge on the other. The center is going to have a flange on both sides. So you'll want to make sure that the flanges are to the center one has the flanges, and we're going to bolt these together. So through the magic of television, I'm going to get this all bolted together, and I'll meet you over at the coop in 1 second. All right, through the magic of television, we got this all put together, and that went by really quick. What we're going to do now is we have our own little bag for this top to the lid. You will notice that it has self-tapping screws in it and also washers. Now if you want more ventilation, you'll want to use the washers, but we've got a lot of holes here, and we also have wintering panels that we will put over this, so I have opted not to use the washers in this step. So what you'll see me do is on each, well, I'll put 1 screw, self-tapping screw, in each corner it will square the lid up. Because if you just try to screw all these screws in just all the way around, it may not be square. So you can use a builder square here, or like I am going to do, you just hold the corners, go from crisscross, from this corner to that corner, and then the same. Once you get that done, you're going to put your self-tapping screws all the way around, and we're going to be ready for chickens. I took 2 of the aluminum packing pieces, drilled holes in the solid side, and attached them from the inside of the coop with bolts, washers, and nuts. Measured from side to side, cut a 2x4 to fit. Now for cleaning, it can be removed and slid in and out.